Greetings YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about a Todd McFarlane figure. This is one of the older figures out there. This was from, I don't know what series it was, I don't have any idea. But it is a fully cybernetic rhinoceros. And this is interesting because it is not an anthropomorphic rhinoceros. This is an actual rhinoceros that has been heavily cybernetically modified. I mean, all of its limbs have been removed. Even its tail is no longer organic. The only things that appear to be organic is the torso, which carries its organs and keeps its brain functioning, and its head. The rest of this creature is just one massive piece of cybernetic technology. And he is a walking organic tank. I mean, look at the weapons on this thing. You've got this huge gun. I mean, that's a huge gun. It's very well executed. It looks like it's a cannon that it's going to fire any second. Very well done. And you have this smaller multi-barreled weapon, which has 3 main barrels. And I'm not positive this one right here may just be a laser. It doesn't look like it's actually designed to shoot anything. But it's got a belt fed here, which is a little too much to actually be belt fed. The barrels are not quite as well executed as this, but they are much smaller, so I understand molding is an issue. You can't do that. You have this, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. Is it a sensor pack? Is it a laser of some variety? I don't know. Then, of course, you have all of these wonderful limbs, and it's articulated. The shoulder pieces have a little bit of movement, but you got a shoulder joint, elbow, a knee joint, and the actual hooves actually move. I thought that was a nice touch. The hooves actually move, kind of give you that kind of feeling is that it's a real creature. Though, you call them feet? Yeah, you don't call them hooves. You call them feet. Rhinos don't have hooves; they have feet. It's kind of interesting that the way they did these little dots down here, it's deliberate. It's kind of interesting. And then, of course, you have the underbelly, which is very heavily cybernetically modified. And everything on this is just very well sculpted. It really is. It has the look as though this is a machine that someone built. You know, with the tubes and the panels and all this stuff. It looks like something that was put together by a research team. Oh, and you have a little bit of head architecture. You have one organic ear and one cybernetic ear. Since this is an ear, and it looks a lot like that, that makes me think that this may be a sensor pack. Because that is obviously part of his sensory organs, because it's attached to the same place his ear is. So maybe that is something radar, sonar, for penetrating fog or something. Who knows? But maybe it's an infrared light so you can see at night. I'm not positive. But it is a big, powerful figure. It doesn't lend itself to a lot of play value, because I mean you can do a few things. But you can't do a whole lot if you want it to stand up. But it is an impressive looking figure. It just really is attractive, and it is it very much has that sense of power. And it's kind of interesting, his face, the way they designed his face, and which is very well sculpted, mind you, the folds and the skin and everything, but the facial expression, it looks almost contemplative. It's like he's resigned himself to the reality of what's going on here. And that was an interesting design choice, because they could have tried to make him look aggressive, and I actually don't off the top of my head know what an aggressive rhino looks like. But they didn't. And his face looks like a real animal, and to me, it makes it look like something that's resigned itself to its fate. And its fate is, he is a walking weapons platform designed for combat. Because there isn't any hiding that this thing is designed for combat. It's not like it's a stealth creature that's going to sneak in and assassinate someone, by whipping out a laser from like a hidden panel on his body. Nope. This is out and out, right there, bold in your face, literally in your face. I'm going to blow holes through tanks, that kind of thing. So it's an interesting overall design. I don't know what this thing's name is. I apologize. There's a number of my figures, I have no idea what their names are. I didn't keep the packaging, and I was never much into the myth and lore of the McFarlane universe. I read some of the comics, but I was never into it to that extent. But again, really attractive. I quite like this figure. I like the fact that they converted an real creature into a cyborg as opposed to making it into an anthropomorphic figure first. I think it was a refreshing choice and a very attractive figure. So there you have it, folks. This is the Todd McFarlane Cybernetic Rhino.